Welcome witches to today's video. We're going to discuss my August TBR. I have an extremely ambitious TBR for this month. It's ambitious just because it's a ton of books, but also because school's starting, we have tons of birthdays in August, etc. But I will also preface some of the vlogs that I plan to be doing during August. And one of those is taking a selection of books that I have soft DNF'd and reading them, which I anticipate probably if I soft DNF them, I'm probably going to DNF at least one of them, especially because I picked 5 of them. That, with that being said, it's kind of like less, but not. Also, I'm just really excited to read a lot of these books and I want to get to it. So let's jump into it. The first one I'm going to read is Next to Heaven by James Fry. This is finishing out my book of the month vlog, where I've read 2 of them in July, or I got to finish one before the end of July. I have a couple days left. This is one that I'm really excited about. It's about swingers who, they're this family. They have this very idyllic, perfect life, but they decide to become swingers and have this really fancy party. But I think somebody shows up dead. Yes, a murder you won't see coming. Somebody shows up dead, and I'm guessing as it says, sex, money, and secrets, I'm guessing that's all coming out, blowing up these really perfect, tailored reputations of these people. And I just think it sounds great. I love rich people. I love rich people with drama behind the scenes and very domestic thriller, very Desperate Housewivesy, where these people, you think they're fantastic in their lives, or freaking chaos and a mess. Definitely not a life that you would want to live. So I'm really excited for this one. And we'll just go ahead because it's on the top. We're going to do really quick the books that I plan to do in my soft DNF. And I'm sure that there's times in my channel where I've talked about these because these are over a few years. And they're ones that either I feel like I would like, I felt like maybe the time wasn't right. I didn't just straight up hate them, so I didn't just cut them off. One of those is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I just could not get into this. Although there was so much hype behind it, I felt like I should have. And I think I've had some time from all that hype, because it's not brand new out, that maybe I will be able to truly feel my thoughts as I'm reading this. That's why we're going to bring it up. I do think this is a beautiful cover. Seems like it should be something that I like. And I don't remember if it was the writing or the story pacing. So I want to get back to it. Okay, I kind of remember. So this is Magic Society, but it says that each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians are selected. Then they got to secure their places. I think maybe there was a game aspect to that, and that usually doesn't work for me. So that might have been it, and I'm curious how that's going to go. But this is, yes, about people who are trying to get into this secret society, and it's called the Alexandrian Society. Another one was Devil House. It's listed as a horror, but it's almost if I remember right, a true crime horror, and I need to be in the right mindset for that. Long story short, I think I was just in too much of that, and that's not what I was looking for. I do think this is a beautiful cover. That's also another thing, is a lot of these were really beautiful covers, and they were kind of cover buys. So take that with a grain of salt. It's about a man who was a true crime writer. He had a really popular story. There was a movie adaptation, and now he's moving into the Devil House where these notorious murders took place, and he's going to research and do a story on that. Sounds really intriguing. I just need to remember, and I think truly that was the problem going into this, was not going into it with kind of that true crime style of writing. And then I can't get behind that if I know what's coming. And I think that this could be good. A true crime style and a horror style that's fiction, if that makes sense. Another one, look at this cover. Leech by Huron Inez. Oh, beautiful. For this one, there's this institute in the north. There's not a lot of people around who somehow, I'm not sure if they're like true people or if they're people they're like making, who are taking over the medical world, trying to like cure people, help people. They lose a body, and then there's this parasite taking over. This one for me was the writing. It was very, I don't want to say abstract because that might not be the right term, but I feel like maybe that was it. And again, as I'm doing my Softy and F vlog, I'll remember a little bit more. But this one, I think, was the writing. It seemed very atmospheric, but I want to give it another try because I think it could be interesting. I also think this cover is gorgeous. We need a coffee break. My unicorn mug by Charlie is dirty because I drank out of it yesterday. So you get a Battle of the Bean mug. There used to be this run. It was really cute. Sidetrack, run talk. Let's have a running moment. We used to have this really cute run called Battle of the Bean, cocoa versus coffee. And for a while, I wasn't allowed to have caffeine. It bothered me too much. And so I was always team cocoa, and I'd run it with my dad. My dad was team coffee, obviously. And what you got for the race was these cute mugs. And I have a lot of really cute ones. One of my favorite ones, the handle broke. I glued it back on, but I just put it down with all my running medals and things, which I need to do my gym. Anyways, long story short, we also, for St. Patrick's Day, we get these beer mugs for a St. Patrick's Day run, and it's with all those. We've stopped doing as many races just because I get so much anxiety about running outside with my anaphylaxis. I'm trying to kind of build up and know that, like, I'll be fine. It just sucks. It's expensive when you end up in the hospital for it. Anyways, long story short, you get a Battle of the Bean, and today we are team cocoa. Although, on a side note, my son wants me to make cocoa later, and we will, even though it's like 100 degrees outside. But what can you do? Coffee break's over. It is book time again. Another one is The Charmed Wife by Olga Grushin. This I read actually quite a bit of, and I just felt like I was reading it, but I wasn't comprehending it. And so I didn't feel like I was going to be able to accurately give a representation of what it was or be able to have a true opinion. And so I felt like if that's the case, I just needed to stop reading it. And I took a pause. But this is a Cinderella retelling. That sounds awesome. But with a very magical piece to it. I know Cinderella's magical, but like maybe a little bit darker retell, which I think is really interesting. Yeah, Cinderella married the man of her dreams. Now, 13 and a half years later, things have gone badly wrong and her life is far from perfect. So this is Cinderella's retelling after she got her prince. And that maybe a prince isn't what you need. You just need you. The last one is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. When I was reading this, I could not seem to give about these characters. I was like, I don't even know why I'm reading this. No. I've never watched the book, or I've never watched the movie. And I thought maybe I need to watch the movie. Still have yet to watch the movie. For no other reason than I just haven't found the time. I just want to watch Charmed or Wicked on repeat. And really the only time I watch TV is if I'm watching something with my husband for like a cute little night or while I'm running on the treadmill. So long story short, I still don't know that I'm going to care. I think this was one that there was a hype about. It's about witches. Kind of gives me Salem witch trial vibes, but following these girls, they're kind of blamed for everything in their town, yet they want to escape and be better. So we're going to learn about them, and we will see. Those are pretty much all the books for the Softy Enough vlog. Next, we'll go ahead and do all the ones I plan to do for my next 25 and 2025. I finished the other one recently, and it's not posted yet. It'll be posted here in a few weeks. Edited, it's ready to go. The first one is Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert. I think this is going to be great. This is a horror, and I have him on a couple, and if he was on my 2025 and 2025, he'd almost be a good one to do the Do I Like This Author vlog, which, spoiler alert, is another vlog planning to come up. It was a success. I'm excited to do it again. Keep a lookout for that vlog coming up here in a few weeks. This is about a priest called Father Silence, who turns out he murdered a bunch of people. He had a kid kidnapped. This kid's in it did a insane asylum, now locked away in a hospital for the criminally insane. And they're finally putting Father Silence to death after his reign of terror. But the detective who found him is now dead, and there may be another murderer. Is there something more with Father Silence? Is there a copycat murder? What's going on? This is listed as a horror. I think you're going to get creepy vibes, probably a little gory. I think it's going to be fantastic. Another one is Tom Hanks, the making of another motion picture masterpiece. I love Tom Hanks. One of my favorite movies is You've Got Mail. I just really like Tom Hanks. I'm curious to hear more about him. I'm not sure if this is more just focusing on his movie career or if we're going to see a lot of his personal. It is kind of long, so I'm hoping that we get both personal and his movie history, because he has had quite the success, rightfully so, in his career, and I'm really excited for that one. I've also really been loving biography or memoirs. I think I have good luck recently with this, and I'm excited. Then we have Along Came a Moor by Alexis Daria. I absolutely love this series. This is the third and possibly the last. I'm not sure. These girls who are cousins. It's following the last one, Ava Rodriguez. They each have their own romance story. I really liked them. I like that there's always been different forms of media as far as like text message, emails, and stuff in each one. I really like that mix of media in books, and she does it really well. I started it because the first one gave me Jane the Virgin vibes. I would not say that that's accurate. I think that they're on their own. And I just really like the writing style. You get to really know the characters. In at least the first one, you got to see each of these. So you had a inkling of the characters coming. And then in the second one, you again got all of them in there. But this is Ava Rodriguez. She is her ex-husband. Her ex-husband left her. She's now trying to find herself and figure her out. I'm guessing that life's going to ensue. I think these covers are so gorgeous. I'm really excited to read this. I'm going to go let the dog in. Hold on. Coffee break again. We got 3 more to go. The next set, I'm going to talk about them together because they're part of a series, and I've heard so many good things about the Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust series by Travis Baldree. They're fantasy, and I think that they're fantasy with romance. They're kind of cozy fantasy, if you will. From what I've seen and the vibes that I feel, I just feel like these are going to be feel-good mysteries. I'm trying not to blind you, so I keep like having. I just feel as though I'm going to have really good time with these. Almost like cozy mystery, but for cozy fantasy. I don't know that I really feel like I've read that. Maybe The House in the Cerulean Sea with TJ Klune, but maybe this is a little bit more just like fun, feel good. I will let you know how I feel about those. The last one is the sequel. I loved the plot. And again, it's a book inside of a book or a book about a book. And that sounds great. This is the second follow-up. Following after, like, there was the accusations that Jacob Finch Bonner stole the book. But this is Anna Williams Bonner has taken care of business. That is to say, she's taken care of her husband, which was the main character, Jacob Finch Bonner, in the first one. So I think we're going to see it from the wife's point of view. I think that's intriguing. I think there's another book coming up. I just really like it, and I will let you know. That is the down and dirty of what we're going to read in the month of August. Let me know what's on your to read. Also, can you just give me some love? Like drop an emoji, book emoji, heart emoji, something, spur it on. I really enjoy doing these. I really just want to talk about books. So obviously, if you want to talk about any kind of books in the comments, book recommendations, etc., I would love that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, witches.